Chapter 1, Part 2, Business Strategies for a Circular Economy. So what is the main difference between a linear and a circular business model? To answer this question, it is useful to look at the life cycle of products. By extracting resources from the earth, refining them further within the manufacturing process, assembling them into products, and distributing and selling them to consumers, value is added every step of the way. At the point of sale, value is at its highest. As linear business models are generally sales-oriented, higher sales figures result in higher revenues. Built in is an inherent incentive to build products with a short lifespan to maximize revenues. Due to the incentives in a linear model, the value is quickly lost after a short use phase. Products typically end up in landfills or are incinerated. In a circular economy, on the other hand, on the way uphill, value is also continually added, but in this stage, products are already designed to be long-lasting and repairable, which results in the narrowing and slowing of resource flows. Through services such as maintenance or repair, the use phase of products is extended, while through sharing practices, products are used more intensely. This has the potential to further slow resource flows. On the way downhill, strategies such as redistribution and remanufacturing result in the slowing and closing of resource loops. The main challenges to fulfill the circular economy potentials shown in the figure are, for one, to maintain the control over the resources once they are no longer in use, and secondly, to keep products at their highest value. Businesses can follow different strategies to meet these challenges. Dependent on where on the value hill measures are set, three different strategies can be distinguished. The uphill strategies, which focus on optimal production and design, the tophill strategies, which focus on optimal use, and the downhill strategies, which focus on value recovery. As a first group, we'll cover the uphill strategies, focusing on optimal production and design. Circular sourcing describes the strategy of using resources as production inputs that are renewable, recoverable, bio-based, or at least less resource-intensive. Examples include the cradle-to-cradle philosophy, which aims to use only materials which are fully compatible with the technical or biological cycle. The US company Ecovative exemplifies this strategy well. The company has developed a technology using mushroom roots which bind together previously unused agricultural byproducts such as corn stalks. At their production facility, agricultural waste particles are pasteurized, saturated with water, and combined with mushroom cells, which grow tiny fibers around the waste. The process self-assembles into any shape and grows at room temperature in the dark. The result is a compostable bio-based, fastly renewable, low-energy material which is currently used for insulations, packaging, and building materials. The strategy Maximizing Production Efficiency summarizes all approaches that focus on making the manufacturing stage more resource efficient, either in terms of energy or material use. An often cited example with large potential for the circular economy is industrial symbiosis. It is best understood as a cooperation of different industries where the residue from one company, such as water, materials, or energy, becomes the resource for another company. This results in an efficient production requiring less resources in total. The strategy LongLife focuses on delivering long-lasting products. The value proposition focuses on high-quality, long-lasting products and high levels of service. The upfront price is often comparatively more expensive. This covers the long-term service and product warranty costs over the product lifetime absorbed by the manufacturer. We talk about circular design as a business strategy if products are already designed to anticipate a certain path at the end of use, and it is an essential part of the company's value proposition. An example would be the click brick system by a Dutch company. The system is designed for reusability and the long life without maintenance. The bricks are dry stacked, assembled with steel clips without using any mortar. Whereas traditional bricks are usually at best downcycled at their end of life, the click bricks can be disassembled and reused for the same purpose. The strategies in the Tophill category focus on the optimal use of products. The main approaches are either to prolong the lifetime or to provide better access, thereby intensifying the use of underused assets. The strategy Life Extension summarizes approaches that support the longevity of existing products, for example, by selling consumables, spare parts, or add-ons, or providing maintenance and repair services. The strategy Product-Oriented Services is about adding extra services that prolong the product life of sold products, such as repair services, warranties, take-back agreements, and so on. This strategy only makes sense if companies are sure about the long-term performance of their products. This provides an incentive to sell high-quality products with a long lifetime. Use-oriented services are services where the ownership of the product remains with the service provider, which is often the manufacturer itself. Secondly, the product is often shared between a number of users. Examples include leasing and renting, sharing system where products are used sequentially by different customers, and pooling systems where products are used simultaneously by various users. Applying this strategy also provides an incentive for the company to provide long-lasting, durable products. The better products perform, the longer they can be resold to customers as services. The company Hilti exemplifies this principle well. The company offers a service which is called fleet management, where an individual selection of tools is rented for a fixed monthly rate, which includes service and repair costs. This business model has a multitude of advantages for both parties. In contrast to purchasing new tools, there are no upfront investment costs. With the monthly use rate, customers are incentivized to maximize the average utilization rate of each product, reducing the overall material footprint. On the other hand, the company has an incentive to produce high quality, low maintenance, upgradable products. The business model is highly successful and also led to more customer loyalty. Result-oriented services go one step further in the direction of a pure service. Here, clients and providers agree on a specific result and not necessarily a predetermined product. All resources used to deliver the result are becoming cost factors for the provider, creating a financial incentive to use them as efficiently as possible. In the construction and furniture sectors, examples are the pay-per-lux model of the company Philips, where light is sold dependent on the performance provided, which is measured in lux. Another example is the practice of energy contracting, where contractors finance energy efficiency measures through the financial savings of them. The downhill strategies focus on recovering as much value as possible after the use phase. The goal here is to keep products or parts of it at their highest value. Businesses generate their revenues by recapturing value that would otherwise be lost, such as with the strategy reuse. This strategy best applies to products which have a high residual value at the end of their use time and enables companies to open up to new customers. The strategy of remanufacturing is the practice of returning a used product to at least its original performance with a warranty that is equivalent or better than newly manufactured products. Refurbishment is the aesthetic improvement of a product. The term remanufacturing is mostly used for technical products such as electronics or machinery, while refurbishment relates to industries such as textiles and furniture. Material recapture and recycling is the process of reclaiming materials for reuse which would otherwise go to waste, and therefore substitute the use of virgin materials. In this case, most of the residual value from the uphill phase is lost, which is why this option should only be considered if all the higher value capture options can be excluded. The idea of this assignment is to familiarize yourself with the framework of the value hill and the presented circular economy business strategies. The task is to identify a business model example for the uphill, tophill, and downhill categories and assign the strategies to them. You will probably find that multiple strategies apply to one example. We invite you to analyze how the individual strategies relate to each other.